All right, what's good? So I'm on Facebook. It's the this particular page is the Michigan Uber Lyft drivers, and I was reviewing
Today
this
I was
video.
scammed.
Reviewing this
Today I
video.
was
Sorry about the audio, but I was reviewing this driver right here. She got scammed. Somebody was pretending like customer service and said that her car smelled like alcohol. So just so people would know, Lyft and Uber has the same protocol. They are not going to call you. She received a phone call. Uber and Lyft have both stated in their terms of service and other agreements that they have with drivers that they will not contact a driver at all. Sometimes, drivers may forget or overlook some of the things that have been already told to them. But if you receive any call where Uber and Lyft is claiming, sorry, not Uber and Lyft, but someone is claiming to be Uber or Lyft, then you just hang up the phone. Say scam, hang up the phone. Let them know it's a waste of time and everything. So in her case, if this was actually Uber and Lyft, number one, they would not have called her. Number two, her app would have been deactivated. Your car smells like alcohol or you're under the influence, then your account will be deactivated. Generally, I don't believe that they deactivate you if your car smells like alcohol. Could have been from a previous passenger. You would be deactivated if you were accused for being under the influence of alcohol or foreign substance, etc. So again, the first thing you want to do if you get a phone call like that is check your app, because they automatically deactivate you. When you get that complaint, you will be deactivated instantly. Instantly. That will be the number one flag that you look for. If they are claiming that they're Uber or Lyft and you go and you open up the app and you're not deactivated, like, bro, if that claim did come across your desk and you got that claim and it's accurate, then you need to deactivate my account. That's Lyft and Uber's protocol. You're supposed to deactivate it. Now, what they did was they offered her $150 for an inconvenience fee, but she had to go and I guess get a drug test or something. I don't know. I watched the video earlier. I don't remember all of the details, but I do know that she thought that she was going to get $150 as long as she could prove that she was not under the influence or anything like that. Now, if you do get deactivated, you want to go get a drug test, blood test done yourself to prove that you wasn't under the influence of any alcohol. She said that she doesn't even drink and everything. So I believe that, the circumstances and everything, but it's just the fact that it was a scam call. These calls do come across different drivers' accounts and everything. She was saying that where she was at, other drivers was around her, and it could have came from one of them, because I believe that she received the phone, I guess a ride request, and accepted it, and then it canceled, and then she got the call. I think that's what she said, but that's usually how the scam works, is that a ride request will come through, then a phone call, the person will try to call the driver and cancel the ride. So now when you answer the phone, the ride has been canceled, but again, it's going to show. Well, let me back things up. They will request the ride, make the phone call, then cancel the ride. But when you receive that phone call, you can go back in the app to see if the ride is there. That's the red flag number one. The fact that the ride was there, then it canceled out, and you got a phone call at the exact same time. And again, if you were accused of this, you would be deactivated, and you would have to appeal the deactivation. There is no reason at this point of the game, because this has been going on for years, there's no reason for drivers to not know this already. Not at all. So again, if you are headed towards a passenger, you're on a car trip or whatever, phone call comes through, again, all you need to do is just go back into the app. The trip would have been canceled because they're not going to let the trip be ongoing, meaning you're headed towards the rider. No, the way that the scam works is that they request the ride, you accept it, they go and call, but then they cancel the trip. So like I said, once you answer the phone, you can cycle back through to the app and you'll see that the trip is actually canceled. Scammers don't want to burn through money. And the longer that trip is active, the higher the chances are that they're going to have to pay a cancellation fee. They don't want to risk having to pay the cancellation fee on a driver that they may not be able to scam any money out of. Again, another thing is that Lyft and Uber is not going to ask for any account information. They're not going to ask for your Lyft Direct or Uber Pro account numbers or transferring any money. No. What happens if you want a cleaning fee? You report it in the app and they deposit the money. They don't ask you for any of those details. If it's actually Uber or Lyft support, what happens? They already have those details. They don't need to ask you that. That's it when you're dealing with any type of scammer at all that are claiming that they're with a company, especially a company that has your information. You do not need to verify all your information. In some cases, maybe the last four of your social. But if you're using that as a PIN or whatever for certain accounts and everything, don't even give them that. But normally they will ask for, companies will ask for a PIN. They will ask for a couple of digits to your social security. They don't never ask you for all of your information because there are scammers that are out here and they don't want anyone to risk their information being exposed to these people who could actually take your money. So you need to make sure, all drivers need to make sure, and everybody also, period, need to make sure you don't disclose any information to anybody over the phone. You can ask them to email you, ask them for company information, tell them that before I can do it and conduct any business with you, I have to check out your information on the Better Business Bureau and get a proper phone number for you, and I will contact you within an hour or tomorrow, whatever. If it's outside of business hours, it's a scam. Only people that's going to be calling you at 9, 10 o'clock at night, guess what? Those are people overseas. Their time is different. And so while it's nighttime here, it is daytime there, and they're calling you after business hours. We know that after 5 o'clock, there are no people in corporate or in a call center that is at work. Well, in some cases, it's possible. But generally, after 5, you're not going to receive any phone call, especially not from any bill collectors and everything. So I hate that this has happened to her. It is not by any means her fault. She did not initiate any of this, and she does not deserve for any of this to happen to her. It happened to her because she just did not simply know that people were out here doing this. However, she does mention in the video that there were red flags, but she got hungry. And she started ignoring those because she wanted that $150. That's why these scammers prey on us. That's why they prey on people in urban communities and everything. It's because people get hungry every time when they can save money or they can get paid money. And so it is easy for them to try to target as soon as they mention that they can put money in your pocket or save you money. And we all have been caught up with things that have affected our credit and other things because we got too over happy at the fact that we're going to save money or over happy that we're going to be able to get something deposited into our accounts. So just please do not get desperate. I know that there are plenty of desperate drivers out here because if I got to keep pulling up every single day to passengers and they don't have a car seat, and these same passengers are saying, I don't see what the problem is. Everybody else do it. Right. It's a $25 to $75 ticket in the state of Ohio if you don't have a car seat. That's the first time. The second time, it's a 4th degree misdemeanor. 4th degree misdemeanor. That means a $250 fine and 30 days in jail. Not worth it. not for somebody else's kid. I'm not even doing that for my own kid. I'll bring a car seat. But other people trying to get into your car, they don't bring up a car seat. A little bit of advice that I give to this young lady, as well as the other drivers, is to screenshot your rides. Not just screenshot. If you have a screen record your rides. Okay? This is where you will get the time that you received the ride request. And what I usually do is I pause it. So a ride request comes in. I know I'm going to take that ride request. I start the recording. I accept it. This is going to give me the time that I accepted the ride request. It's going to give me that time. It's going to give me the address that I'm picking up person up at. Then I pause the video, head towards them. Once I get there, I start recording again and I swipe arrive. Then I stop the video. Passenger gets in. I start the video again and it's screen recording showing that I'm starting to ride. Then once I'm pulling up to the drop-off location, I'm recording again. And so now I have 3 vital times. The time that I accepted the ride request, the time that I arrived and started the ride, and then the time that I dropped off the passenger. Why is this vital? This is vital because if you get falsely accused of sexual harassment, if you get, mainly over the influence, and there you go. That was just a scammer calling me, asking me if I got Medicare A and B. I get these calls every day, at least 3 or 4 times a day. It is very annoying, especially because I operate a business and I can't change my number when I have business cards out, and I can get calls from people who I've given my business cards from at any time. So it just doesn't make any sense for me to change my number. But at the same time, I can't do anything to block these scammer calls. I can do it to where if, people are not in my contacts, then, I can't receive their calls. But again, I have business cards out here. So it's nothing that I could really do about it. But in the cases of this young lady, I forgot where I was at, but the best thing that I could tell you is that if you get contacted, anybody claiming to be Uber or Lyft, just go ahead and hang up the phone. Or you can just expose to them that this is not going to work with you because you already know it is a scam call. So you can do either one, whichever one that you prefer. But for the most part, these scam calls are going to continue to happen because they are able to get this money out of people. And until they figure out that this is not going to work, they're going to continue to keep on calling drivers and everything. Another thing that she said is that there was other drivers around her, and she wasn't really sure if maybe one of those drivers had requested a ride and tried to scam out of her. I don't believe that that's what happened. And the reason why, Mia, is because scammers, they use a machine which it spoofs their number, meaning that they can be in India, but the number that pops up when they call you is 313 or it's 586, whatever in Michigan area code, it'll pop up as that. They'll spoof the number. Okay, so you thinking that it's a local number. They could spoof it and make it seem like it's coming from San Francisco, wherever their Uber or Lyft headquarters is. So you may think that it's a legitimate call or it's something local to the United States, but it's not. You may think that it may be a driver around you, but it's actually not. They're just spoofing the number and you think that you're getting something local. But ultimately, when you do call Uber or Lyft, usually it is a foreigner that answers the phone. So it's really hard to tell if you're talking to Uber or Lyft or not when it comes down to a scam call coming from them, except for they don't call you. But if you were to call any random number claiming to be Uber or Lyft, guess what? That particular number is definitely fake, just because they're not going to text you a number and say contact us or whatever. Because eventually they will start doing that. They will start texting people and everything if they can get your phone number some sort of way. Some of these people at an Uber or Lyft call center, You know, they do ask you, you know, the phone number. They may know or have some friends that are scammers. Try not to piss these people off because they sell your number to another company and everything. You know, just simply tell them, hey, I don't do business with foreigners or overseas or whatever. With all due respect, I've already seen this scam go on. They're always going to say, oh, it's not a scam. That's any company. If you say you think that it's a scam, they're going to offer to send you a email or a letter in the mail or something like that to, you know, establish a relationship with you. But all in all, when it comes down to it, you can't be scammed as long as you do not give out any account information. Any company that you are doing business with, like Uber and Lyft, they already have that information. Any bonuses, any money that they're going to give you, it can be direct deposited into your account. Let's say somebody trashes your car, dirties it up or muds it up or just, you know, destroys it by kicking it or breaking glass or whatever. When you report that to Uber and Lyft, they are going to deposit the money into your account. They don't need the account information. It's already there. It just has to be approved. That's it. So account information, routing information, do not give it. Don't, you know, you should only be given phone number. It may be possibly that they may ask you for an email. But again, they're not calling you. You're going to have to call them or appeal or write something in the app because they will not call you. Get this video out to many drivers as you possibly can, or let them know, anybody that's a friend or family or whatever, or even making your own YouTube, and let them know. Lyft and Uber, they don't call you, and they don't ask you for any personal information. So if you ever get a call from them, oh, well, you know, you did 5,000 rides and we want to give you a $200 bonus. Lyft and Uber will do that in the app. Number one, they don't do that, period. But if they were to do it, you would receive a notification in the app. They don't contact you any other way. If you've talked to a representative, they may email you, you know, based off of the conversation, they may email something to you for you to rate them or whatever. They may do that. But that is when you call them and you've already talked to them. So hopefully I've gotten this through and people understand and nobody falls for these scams any longer. I mean, chances are it is going to happen to some people over the course of time, because over in India and Nigeria and other places, it is a billion-dollar business to scam Americans. It is a billion-dollar business to scam them. And because of that, it puts you at jeopardy. And so until the United States can do something about it, it's going to put you in jeopardy. Don't be going out buying no gift cards. Don't be, you know, oh, you got to go buy a card and you have to put $50 and send it to us so it can confirm that this account is active. No. That's not how people do it. They can write you a check, send you a check or whatever. Nobody got to do all of that. So be careful out here. We got to use a little bit of common knowledge, a little bit of common sense when we're operating with these people who contact us. I appreciate you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.